Saturday, a week ago, I was conducting a Torah study here for my congregation on Zoom, and I received a text from Reverend Nell Fields, who is the pastor of Wacoit Congregational Church, asking if I was free to talk. So when I finished teaching, I called Nell and she said, I am hearing lots of people asking if there's going to be a vigil, a demonstration in reaction to the death of George Floyd. And so Nell Fields and I simply made the decision that we needed to do something, and we needed to do it quickly. So that was Saturday morning. Within about an hour, we had decided that we would call together for a silent vigil, anyone who could get the message, for Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. And we made the conscious decision to make it a silent vigil. Certainly in my mind, I have been feeling overwhelmed by words, meaningful words, impassioned words, words from people who may have been motivated because they like the sound of their own voice, things I've been reading, hearing. I have found it overwhelming. And I felt that bringing people together for a period of silence would in certain ways be far more eloquent than what anybody might be able to say. Reverend Fields took it upon herself to reach out to Chief Dunn of the Falmouth Police Department and inform him that we were intending to do this. And he was very gracious and accommodating. He himself was there that afternoon. But we called it for 4 p.m. on that Sunday at the Village Green. So the core of it was that 15 minutes of silence. People were pretty much facing in one direction, although we were gathered all around the green. And there's something very powerful about virtually everyone being masked. And so you're obviously denied the opportunity to see people's facial expressions to a large extent. And so I think that sort of amplified the sense of and the power of standing in silence. Looking at the crowd that assembled, I felt that it was fairly reflective of what I understand the Cape demographic to be. Largely white, although there were some people of color. But I was encouraged by what really runs against the demographic. There were quite a few young people there. Many people, myself included, are looking for guidance, direction. How do we channel the concern? How do we channel the anguish, the pain, in ways that we hope will actually accomplish something? And I think those remain unanswered questions for many of us. The response to that call I found tremendously reassuring, and I think speaks well of, and it really was the Upper Cape community. I can't say that this was strictly a Falmouth event. I think it reflected a need, and it was an encouraging expression of concern.